Let's exit the Perspective Inspector and open that of the Heliodon and set up the environment for our scene. In this inspector, you can define the way you wish to set your sun first of all. You can define an exact geographic location for your project. This is the first icon in the left-hand side of the inspector. In this case, you can set an exact date during the year, during the day, and you can also choose its placement on the globe from this list of cities. If you click the Edit button, you can add new locations to this list. You can simply create a new entry and introduce its coordinates, or open the map and set its position graphically. Set the daylight savings time and the time zone as well. Still here, you can set the north of the project either numerically or graphically. The same north sign appears in the preview as visual feedback for your information. When this palette is open, the north sign is displayed in the 2D window as well. Here you can also edit it by grabbing the pointer and turning it into the desired direction. The sun can also be set manually. In this case, select the hand icon and the settings will change. On the circle, you can move the sun horizontally in the sky and elevate it with the help of the other setting. You can also move the sun in the preview. As soon as it becomes visible, you grab its icon and move it wherever you want. The third possibility is the sun at 45 degrees. Here you don't have to do anything, just select this option. The sun will automatically be repositioned to close an angle of 45 degrees with the main view direction of the camera. If the camera moves, the sun position will always follow it. Most of the time we'll work with the sun placed in an exact geographic location. With the other settings, we can adjust the characteristics of the light. First, we can set the power of the directly emitted light. Below is the cursor for the color, specifically for the saturation of a given color. By default, it is set at 0.5%, but you can increase by dragging the slider to the right to make the color more intense, or the contrary, decrease it and decolorize the light. If the shadow checkbox is checked, it means that shadows will be calculated and displayed in the preview, but we can also discard it if you wish. The sunbeam is a special effect, which appears only if the sun is in front of the camera. With the next two sliders, we can set the light emitted by the sky dome. The first slider is about the power of this general light, and below, the second slider manages the saturation of the given color that we already show for the direct light. The next checkbox will activate the lens flare effect, which can be viewed only if the sun shines into the camera. There are 4 types you can choose from and set their intensity with the slider. There are 2 sky options in Artlantis 6. You can set the physical sky of the new engine, and you can also switch back to the Artlantis 5 sky. The physical sky, you'll have a realistic calculation of the light emitted by the sky and the sun. If you choose the other, Artlantis 5 sky option, the Edit button below turns active and you can open its dialog. Here you'll find the sliders for the 4 cloud types to furnish the sky dome. In fact, you can set the sky exactly the same way we did in the previous version. You can work on the exposure of the sky and increase the pollution. This setting becomes visible during sunset first of all. By clicking on the little dice, you can reorganize the set amount of clouds on the sky dome. And with this, we have finished reviewing the Heliodon inspector and its possibilities.